We are reading this book. Welcome, friends. We are so happy that you're here. Welcome to the back of our woods. And we're so happy to invite you. We are walking into spring. And so the book that we're going to be reading is going to be Campbell's Kids, almost like Campbell's Soup. And it's called The 4 Seasons of Fun. But I encourage you and your mommy this week to read books that have to do with spring. And that will help you learn what to do each and every month when your body is like springtime. And your mommy and you will put flowers on the tree to signify how many days your body will be in spring. So let's see how our best ways to learn for the next 6 days, the best way to move our bodies, the best way to rest, and the best way to play and, yeah, that's right, movement, and the best way just to experience our life. So this is spring. So we have a tree that's creating new leaves, right? We have birds with little tiny babies. New creations and new babies.
Yeah, and a kid right there.
And she's dressed kind of warm. Not quite warm enough as winter, but just a few less layers than winter. So still, it looks like there's going to be a gust of wind. So something fun and playful you do every once in a while, which is a kite.
Yeah, kite.
And then we have some beautiful flowers with lots of colors.
Yeah, and they'll go blue.
That's right. So this next page, this says, on some days the sky is full of rain. And that's right, the rain and water is the only way that all the flowers are going to come to be.
Look at those flowers.
That's right.
And we'll go actually make flowers. Well, not real ones, pretend ones.
Yes.
We can
Yep.
make real ones. Oh, it's
Splashing in puddles is a wonderful game.
Yes.
And that's a great way.
And there's another one called Race Puddle.
That's right. So these are things that are kind of things that you don't necessarily do every day, but it's so much fun to do. All right. When the sun comes out of hiding, get out your skateboard or go for bike riding. Spring is lovely. It's breezy and it's bright. That's right, because winter was all dark and sleepy, and now spring is bright and playful.
Yeah, just like summer.
The earth is awakening, right? So that would be first thing in the morning. So that is it for our book for today. And do you see now, like, there's another tree and the sun is out and the kids are playing. So, Sophia,
we're gonna show them our flowers that we're gonna make.
Right. So when you think of spring, you think of creativity. So now you and your mommies will just get a basic piece of felt and we'll show you our flowers when we make them. But what you're going to do is you're going to get just a multi-pack of different colors.
Yeah.
Okay, so the colors that we want to probably pick for spring. What colors do you think of when it comes to spring?
Pink.
Pink flowers.
I think of pink flowers. So we're going to use a pink felt.
Yep. Okay. And what other colors do you think of as spring? I think of yellow.
Okay, and I think of purple.
And purple. So these are all great colors. But friends, you can pick whatever colors you want for your spring tree. So we're going to use, for our flowers, we're going to use
yellow, pink, and purple.
Pink and purple. These should be so pretty.
Yeah.
So for our tree, each tree is going to, each leaf is, we're going to cut a leaf out, and you and your mommy, or even you if you're working on your letters, in a Sharpie marker is going to write one word on each leaf. So you need to do you know how many days, and I already said this, so this will be a quiz. How many days are in spring? Do you remember?
6.
Good memory. So every single month, 28 days, your body, did you know that? Your body has spring in it?
Whoa, that's so cool! I almost faint for that one.
I know. So spring in your body is about new creation. So when it comes to learning, this is when you're going to create what you're going to learn for the whole month. So let's think about this. Being in spring, right? What is something that you would like to learn about this month?
Yes! I will learn about edibles.
Sophia would like to learn about edible flowers.
Well, edible.
Oh, edible foods. And what else would you like to learn about? What about, I know you've been interested in ancient Egypt, but are you interested in another part of the, oh, we can't see you. You gotta come and sit. What else would you like to learn about?
Africa.
You want to learn about Africa? Okay, so the colors that we want to probably pick for spring. What colors do you think of when it comes to spring?
Pink.
Pink flowers.
I think of pink flowers, so I'll use a pink flower.
Yep. Okay. And what other colors do you think of as spring? I think of yellow.
Okay, and I think of purple.
And purple. So these are all great colors. But friends, you can pick whatever colors you want for your spring tree. We're going to use for our flowers, we're going to use
yellow, pink, and purple.
Pink and purple. These should be so pretty. Welcome back.
Yes.
Sophia had to leave us for a couple seconds. Yeah.
Can I go pee?
She did. Okay, so we're going to make a flower.
Yes.
And you can make them however you want out of these different materials. This got into the leaves. Whoopsie doopsie. We'll just flip it over.
I love some of it.
So you're going to be making as big or as a little flower as you want to out of these pieces of fabric. And with a Sharpie, you are simply going to write a word for every day that you're going to be in the spring season within your body, which is how many days? 6 days. That's right. So the first word that you or your mommy can write on one of the flowers as a nice reminder is peaceful rising.
Peaceful rising.
What do you do, or what do we do when we first wake up in the morning? Do you remember? Well, I know you remember.
I do my art class, and Mommy does her hot dog with the Divine Mother.
That's right. So Sophia, when we are peaceful, Sophia gets, we call it first breakfast, which is a breakfast that I don't cook, right? It's just something simple.
Yeah, we have 2 breakfasts. Well, I have 2.
Oh, she has 2 breakfasts. And then Sophia goes and does her art class, and I sit outside with my journal, and I write, and I have a nice peaceful cup of coffee, and that really sets our day. So nice and peaceful. Do you think you can do that with your mommy? What are things that you like to do? Sophia likes to do art.
Yes. And I always play astronauts with my dad.
That's right. So think of something that you love to do by yourself. Do you like to play with Play-Doh or dolls? Or do you like to maybe watch a morning show on TV? Or what do you like to do first thing in the morning? So your first word is going to be peaceful rising. And that flower is going to remind you to come up with some fun, peaceful rising. Your next leaf is going to, you're going to put up your day 2 is going to be replenish. And that flower is going to remind you to nourish your body in a healthy way. So that means that you're going to want to maybe create some recipes. And I think Sophia and we're going to do some cooking and show you some of the fun things that we do. But you want to think of bright and vibrant foods. Can you, Sophia, think of some bright and vibrant foods?
Bright and vibrant foods. Well,
Yes.
like bananas, white bananas.
Apples.
Apples, yeah. You totally took the words out of my mouth.
And what fruits do you like to have that are bright and vibrant?
Also strawberries. I love strawberries.
Yes, you do. And what about some vegetables? What would be some bright and vibrant vegetables that you like? Carrots. What about, they're not really bright colored, but you really enjoy them and they're nice in the spring, is maybe some mushrooms?
I love them. I almost eat them every day.
What are some green, bright green foods that you like? Do you like spinach? How about Brussels sprouts?
I love them.
Yeah, she loves
and
Brussels
I
sprouts.
also like celery.
And celery. So those are just a few examples. We would like to hear what vibrant vegetables and fruit do you like? Because that is a great thing to do for your body.
Well, what bright and colorful treats do you like?
Yeah, and treats. We want to know that too.
Well, I like lime tortilla chips.
That's
Yeah.
right. Those are fun. Those are yummy. So also, if you haven't tried things like sauerkraut and kimchi, those are also a lot of fun to cook with, along with sprouts and lean protein, beans, and lots of color. The more colorful your plate, the happier your body is going to end up being, right, Sophia?
Yes!
Yes. All right. So the next flower word that you're going to have, that's day 3, is you are going to come up with a brand new movement of your body that you've never done before. Something completely creative that you're going to do all month long. That could be, well, they said they came up with skateboarding and bike riding and hula hooping, right, in our book. Do you remember?
Well, I want to try doing hopscotch because I never did it before.
I think hopscotch would be a great plan for us, and we can video it for our friends. What do you think about that?
But they're only going to see my feet.
Well, that's okay. They can always. So I want you to think, because spring is all about creating and doing things you've never done before. So that is so those are some great examples of movement. So that is going to be your next creative movement, is going to be your next leaf. And I will have some words for your mommy to see so that you know which leaves, what to put in the leaves. The next for your learning is creativity. And so Sophia and we talked about that before. So what are some creative things that you would want to learn about? How would you want to learn your math this month?
I would like to learn math outside.
You know what, Sophia? I think that's a great idea. So great ways to learn, whether it's math or English or history, is just to go outside. There's so many things that you can do. The other thing, I don't know, Sophia, if you remember doing this, and this is all part of creativity. So it's hard to be creative outside of these 6 days because biologically, that's not how our bodies are set up. Our bodies are set up. Now, if you have a brother, or if or your dad is in the family, they're creative just first thing in the morning. So when they first wake up to mid-morning, that is the boys' time to be creative. And for the girls, they have 6 days that they can be creative. So that is the time that you and mommy get to think of so many different creative ways to learn. Hi guys, we're so sorry. We have to do a part 2 because our time is up. See you soon. And here's a sneak peek of our flowers on our tree. I hope you enjoy it. You both will have so much fun.